Dealerships can't sell vehicles, and these cars are collecting dust on their lots. Just take a look at this Jeep Wagoneer. It's been on the lot for 541 days. That's how long it has been collecting dust and just sitting there. And on top of that, the dealership is paying interest on the floor plan, so it's a net liability every month it sits there. And mind you, this is with a $17,000 discount. Now, these discounts are not worth the digital space they take up on the screen, if we're being honest, because these cars were overpriced to begin with. So, that initial price is a fake reference point these dealerships try to use to make it seem like you're getting a good deal. Because at the end of the day, an $80,000 truck doesn't make sense. Whether that was the original price or if it's after a $20,000 discount, it's all overpriced. One thing that I did find interesting was how this dealership has about 140 2026 models. They still have close to 800 current year models to sell as of the time I'm recording this. So I don't know where they get the confidence to start taking in newer units. But who knows, maybe the manufacturer is giving them some discounts if they agree to take on some next year units. It'll be interesting to see come January 2026 how much 2025 units will still be on their lots. Now, here's the thing, even a lot of these 2025 models have been sitting on the lot for some time. I mean, you look at these Jeep Wranglers and you see they're all current year models, all 161 of them. But if you look at some of them, like the first one in this list, it has been on the lot for 148 days. That's correct, 148 days. That is nearly 5 months. And that is with a $10,000 discount. So these current year models are collecting dust like the previous year models, and these dealerships are going to eat massive losses on these overpriced cars that no one can afford. They screwed over a lot of their loyal customers in the pandemic days, and now many of their loyal buyers are massively upside down on their loans. A lot of people are drowning in negative equity and can't afford to get into a new car. Yet these automakers can't seem to get a clue that they financially killed a lot of their customer base. A $10,000 discount is not going to do much for a customer that's already in $10,000 worth of negative equity, especially when these cars are already massively overpriced. Heading over to Ford and this dealership's website from over in Glendale, Arizona, they have 98 2024 units still sitting on their lots. That's nearly 100 previous year units still sitting there, and massive discounts are not doing anything to move them. And this is the thing I have been mentioning for some time. This is no longer just an issue of prices. Yes, prices are high, but even when there are massive discounts, no one is buying. The reality of the situation is people are broke. They can't afford basic living expenses, let alone these overpriced cars, and the automakers are due for a rude awakening. Now, Stellantis is in denial about it. However, Ford seems like they understand how bad the situation is. They have their Triple Zero event going on still, and anyone can get a car from Ford now without any down payment. Now, this will absolutely hurt their bottom line, but it seems like they have no option, because just like Stellantis, Ford crippled a lot of their consumers with overpriced cars, and now a lot of them are in a ton of trouble with negative equity. And quite frankly, I'm not sure if all these discounts will make much of a difference. Because here's the thing that a lot of people may not understand. The pandemic era prices may have done permanent damage to the consumer base. I honestly think that a lot of consumers are no longer desiring new cars. They are just keeping their older cars for much longer. It's interesting because I've been hearing similar things about other areas in the economy where the habits of consumers have changed drastically since the pandemic. Areas like concerts and bars, where people are not spending like they used to pre-pandemic. And I think the same thing is happening with cars. People are just realizing that getting a new car every 2 to 3 years doesn't make sense, especially with the current prices. Now, I'm not saying this trend will hold true long term. It might not. But when you look at the car market, the only automakers doing well are Toyota and Honda. And those are generally value brands where the consumer is conscious about resale value and longevity of the vehicle. Outside of those brands, other automakers are struggling. I think this is a sign of things to come. These automakers are going to be forced to give better value for prices in the near future. Either that or go bankrupt. I think the old consumer market is dead. And these automakers killed it. Consumers are sick and tired of stretching their budgets just to make a car payment. They decided to stop footing the bill for these greedy automakers. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. And as always, if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe. See you guys in the next one.